Welcome back to the channel.
Welcome back. We have a big fat list.
Is it?
Well,
I think it's a shorter list than what we've had on a lot of bikes. We've usually filled like all three of these.
yeah,
And
okay.
You're writing very big. Anyway,
Fair.
we've got that wiring to tidy up, which we mentioned in the
I
last
like you
video.
say we, that's not a
That's
we.
going to be me. There's the kill switch,
Yep.
because that's
Upside down.
I thought you were going to write that upside down, to be fair. We got the horn to fix.
Yes, but you think, we put a question mark by that because you think that needs replacing and we
Yeah.
don't know if we've got a replacement, so we're going to have a look,
Yeah.
see what we can find.
And then there's some other bits to look into.
The intake, that's a question mark as well because we're waiting on a new one turning up.
Yeah.
So it depends when the postman gets here.
And then we've just come in here and there's a puddle on the floor.
Yeah, so that needs looking at as well.
Definitely a gearbox leak.
But yeah, that's our list.
So he's laid in there.
He's on the right side. Does that make you happier?
Yeah, because he's the right way up, look. Now that route's correctly there around here, along the top of the spine here.
Yep.
They're now connected in there.
Oh yeah, I see what you did there.
This sits up here, it's going to need cable tying, but tape will do for now. What am I doing?
Apparently something that you're going to regret.
Well, I don't think I will actually, having pondered it for the last 10 seconds while you were getting the camera. I'm offended by the routing. So our kill switch, just here.
That you've now, hang on, let me come around that side. So you moved it, didn't you, to the left because the switch was upside down and that was making you sad.
Yeah, and this is where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But then this comes down this side here,
Okay.
and where it was connected into the harness, this white and black and white rather, was tied right down in the harness here, and then back out. So when you turn the handlebars, it was pulling tight.
Is that why somebody had put it on the other side upside down, do you think?
Well, this harness has been taped up at some point in its life for either work it's had done or I don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to undo all this, bring this all back through.
You're undoing it all?
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm not going to film you do that because that's a really long job, but I'll join back in a bit then.
Yeah. So it's a very different day. I've actually just got back from Sweden after 2 weeks. I'm quite tired. However, you've just seen me unravelling this wire, and I'm going to show you what we found under there. And I've got all the means on the bench, heat shrink, terminals and stuff, to try and correct this and get it in the most robust state it can be in. But I'll show you what I found. So this is how I left the bike when I went to Sweden. Quite a bit of the wiring was quite tight in places, like the rear brake light switch located down here. Just that the harness was so tight it kept disconnecting. All of this is a little bit, yeah. I've got open solder joints here that were under cloth tape, so in reality, you go through any water, moisture, they're open to the elements, that's going to track up the cable. So I've got some glue-filled heat shrink, and we'll redo some of these connectors and terminals. And I've taken a couple of disused wires out of the harness. We'll just try and neaten this up. One of the major things I did find was you've got the ground off the battery here, which connects into the harness. That heads up via the ignition switch and then feeds all the grounds for everything, such as indicators, tail light, ignition coil. But in reality, the ignition coil grounds through the frame, and on the factory harness there should be a ground loop like this one that I've got in place, which then connects into the harness. That wasn't present, so some of the intermittent ignition problems very much probably were due to that, because by some grace of miracle, I'm not sure where, the frame was getting a ground, but it certainly wasn't correct. As you will have seen, we now have the engine stop button in place, where it's supposed to be. That harness is run round. So I'm just going to go through this now, start getting some connectors in place. I'm not going to film it all. I'll just jump back in when I've got some stuff neatened up.
You just said about me.
You
What am I
were-
doing? You kicked me
You were
and then
standing
told
there.
me I'm standing in the way.
That's what you were doing.
Is it?
I'm
So-
trying to get ready for the job we're doing.
Right, what is the job we're going to do?
Well, you can see I fixed most of the wiring. You even complimented me, didn't you?
I did compliment you. You've made a really good choice and does look really good.
So this is all tape bound now. The ground that was missing is back in. And what has that done?
Oh, the horn works.
Watch it not work now.
I need to think about that then.
So the horn is working. We're back with the original ignition switch, so we haven't got 10 positions.
Yeah, we had a conversation, didn't we, about whether or not we've got a new one of these, but this is the original one with the original key, which I kind of prefer rather than swapping to a new one, even though that looks cleaner. So we'll see what we can do to clean that up a little bit.
Yep. But yes, we've got the correct ground on there now, which hopefully means a lot of these electrical gremlins will disappear, as well as all the bad joints that were in here for multiple grounds. So this is all nicely routed. Indicators are routed better. We haven't got a whole bunch of wires sticking here.
Yeah.
We've got these very nice Velcro.
Yeah, I was just going to point
ties.
out them. Yeah, so you can take them on and off, but they do just look much neater.
Got one more to put in here. And I have ordered a replacement flash unit because it's got a nice dent in it.
Let me see. Oh, I see.
And it doesn't have the rubber to mount it in the correct place,
Let me come round.
which would be here.
Let me see.
So that should turn up in the week, then that can go on. I've ordered the correct bulb for here because it was missing.
Okay.
And then what I have noticed, which you'll see now, I've plugged these in the right way around. So green to green, and brown to, it's brown somewhere here, except for all this dodgy wire. So we're going to fix that now. But when you put the indicators on now, if I turn right,
Oh, you turn left, actually. And the same the other way.
so they've been mixed up. So we're going to swap these over and then turn the lenses the correct way up. So that's the immediate job.
That's the job. Okay, let's get going.
So, out with him. This should be nice and easy.
Have you already loosened that, or was it
Yeah.
just no? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, to undo this. This one in. Taut. So, let's go to the bench. It's weird because this bike, it's been here a while, hasn't it, actually?
Yeah, it turned up in between the Christmas and New Year gap.
Yeah.
No, I'm lying. Turned up before Christmas, the Monday. 22nd? That's in my head. But we had the Christmas period and stuff, so we didn't do anything to it over there.
Yeah. But hopefully, get these done. This last little wiring fix to do for the indicators. As I get that flasher relay delivered and fitted. And what else is left? We've got the intake to replace.
Intake, oil leak,
Yeah, we need to look
brake
at that.
switch.
So the oil leak looks like it's coming from the gear lever, which hopefully should be straightforward. We just need a new seal for that. But all that can happen after the tank goes back on. What are you laughing at?
I just looked at the camera to check what was in the viewpoint of what I'm filming.
Oh, you got Williams in the background.
Yeah.
Well, you know, could give him a view even if we're busy. Yeah, I think these are two sets for the rear that's been bought for the bike, which is why their collars are opposite when you swap them around to the front. But you have to make sure, so these act as a drain hole,
Oh, okay.
which is why you've got top there. Otherwise they fill up.
Fill.
we should find now. Him through there. One of those.
No, see, you got it the wrong way around.
Did I?
Yeah.
How dare I? Right. Let's unplug him, then we're going to deal with this.
What are you going to do? Strip that all off and put fresh nice on?
I'll take this off because I didn't film any of the repairs.
Yesterday? Oh, I thought you did.
I filmed like how bad it was and stuff, and then I've taped it all up and put together. But see this?
Ooh.
This is the kind of thing we're seeing. That was an attempt at some heat shrink there, look.
Yeah, see, because I left you on your own yesterday, didn't I? I went out.
Yeah, so if we put a connector on the end of there, we'll still be alright with plenty of cable.
Oh, I see, you're just going to cut it short.
Yeah, and get rid of that. Ready, and gone.
Gone. Oh, bye-bye.
So somebody's started to heat shrink this. Soldered that joint, so you know it was taped up. I think somebody's been soldering that dodgy joint with heat shrink pushed down here. And then it's shrunk down before they could pull it over the joint.
Right.
So rather than correct that, they've just...
Oh. Now, are these the connectors you already had? Because you said you ordered new ones specific for this project.
Yeah, I ordered some stuff to restock that box. Okay.
Oh, so they weren't specific things that just this kind of wiring needed. It was generic pieces, but you just hadn't got any left in stock.
Kind of. So Japanese motorcycles use different size bullet connectors generally compared to British bikes.
Oh, okay.
Like so.
Oh, it's like a crimping tool.
Yeah. So we squeeze that. We don't want to melt the plastics. There we go. So he's
Let me see.
connected.
What did you do? You did that without us. We were over there. Ah. So now what should work now you've done that?
Indicators. As happy as you like.
Nice.
It's a great bargain find. So this is going to go through here, like so, under all this wiring on this side, somewhere in there,
Smooth.
like that, I think.
I think you need a longer one, don't you?
Nah.
Oh, no, you got it.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, nice. That's a satisfying thing, isn't it? You are so good with wires.
Indicators are all in nice and neat. Ain't got a million wires just sticking out for no reason. I think next we need to do the intake. So it is in fact the next day. We cracked on a little bit. We got the tank and side panels on. That's really quick work. They just clipped and a couple of bolts. But what we do need to do, and I'm going to turn the camera around in a minute and show you, there is a actuating arm that is missing that pulls on the brake light switch to the rear brake pedal. And I can't even see any pictures or find information on how it's supposed to look other than a really grainy advertising poster for this bike from the early 80s. So I'm going to show you where that's supposed to go. I've got some 3.2mm stainless rod. It's actually welding filler rod 316 that we're going to try and make one of these up. So yeah, I'll show you this and then we'll get to making one. So you can see I've got this piece of 1mm copper coated steel welding rod, and down in here, you can see that there is a little eyelet on the brake pedal where that hooks in, and then this rod comes up and goes round, because you can't go direct to the brake light switch, which is there, because the kickstart would be in the way. So I kind of mocked this up in kind of the shape I want, based on the photograph I've got, and then I went to my delightful welding supplier and I managed to get this nice full length 3.2mm stainless welding rod. I've already marked it for where it needs bending along here, so I've got a couple of bolts in the vise. I'll get that heated up with the map gas and kind of get it shaped out and see if we can make this thing work. And there we have a handmade stainless steel brake switch actuator rod. And for completeness, there it is, all operational. So shy of getting the seat back on this, and I'm waiting on a capless bike light bulb to go in the headlight. That's this bike pretty much buttoned up. We do need to arrange with Alex to get this handed back. Hopefully he'll get plenty of miles out of it. There is that oil leak to keep an eye on from the gear selector shaft, but he's happy to carry on and just monitor that and then address it when it absolutely needs it. But it's been quite a bit of fun, bit of a challenge this one. So we've got all the wiring sorted, got that new intake in place, sorted a fair few things out. But yeah, let's see what Alex thinks. Thank you for joining us in this. Emily's busy getting ready to go off and do the next part of her motorcycle training, which is why she's not in the closer for this. But yeah, thank you for watching. Click like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Thanks to everybody that's done Buy Me a Coffee, and we will most definitely see you in the next one.